All right, y'all. Let's see. Let's see this work. I know. We was right into the juicy part of it. We was in the juicy part of it, and then it, clicked out or whatever. We back. We back. Let's finish this.
About sports, what does it mean? How does it feel to you to be one of the masterminds in?
And we still got to talk about Jake Paul. We got to talk about a lot of people.
In combat sports.
We got to talk about a lot of people.
I've always had this theory that if you put on two fights, if you can get people to stay home on a Saturday night, you put on two great fights the same night. We have UFC Noche that night, and I know there's a lot of questions about this. The main events the main cards will not cross over. You'll be able to watch one right into the other. So to be a part of a historic night on Mexican Independence Day, it's I love it. I feel very blessed to be here. Thanks, Sheikh Turkey and both the fighters up here. It's going to be a great night, historic night.
It's going to be a great night of boxing.
And thank you, Turkey, and thank you, guys. You're looking beefy, you're looking brolic. What can they expect come September?
Listen, I'm all about making history. I was the first two-time undisputed champion of the world, and I can assure you I'm going to be the first three-time undisputed champion of the world.
On me.
Go ahead.
Dan Canobio with Inside Boxing Live. These questions for both fighters. We've seen some photos come out of you guys eating together, kind of joking around. The interview with Piers Morgan was very friendly. Can you explain to fans out there that it is a gentleman's sport? Is there animosity, and what could you make of some criticism like, oh, these guys look like they're friends?
Well, listen, I'm going to tell y'all like this. I respect Canelo, just like I respect every one of my other opponents before Canelo. But once it get close to that time, you know what I mean, it's time to go to work, you know?
Time
to go to work. Y'all know what comes after that.
It's time to go to work.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he said he's talking that shit right now, but when we get in the ring, it's going to be different. That's what he said.
Platícanos qué se siente y cuál va a ser lo más difícil de enfrentar a Crawford and later for Crawford. What do you feel that you need to go up 2 divisions for this fight?
Hold on before you answer. Go ahead, translate.
For all these people here from the Spanish crowd, how difficult is this for the preparation, and what do you expect?
No, obviamente Crawford es un gran peleador, por eso está aquí ahora como mi oponente, pero lo que sabemos hacer, entrenar al 100%.
There's got to be this graphics card. I don't know.
En Crawford y ganar y que sea un gran triunfo para México.
Obviously, Terence Crawford's a great fighter. That's the reason why he's fighting me. That's the reason why we're facing each other. But that's what we do. We got to do what we always do. Is 100 go to 100%, always training, and it's going to be a great triumph for Mexico.
Where's Lene?
We have one more.
Good? All right.
Last question,
I want to bring up the first member of our broadcast team. He is the best boxing analyst in the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Kellerman.
All right, so I know you guys are excited about this fight, but I don't think you understand what a big deal it is. This is a perfect storm, First of all, Turki Al-Sheikh, we're lucky he happens to be a boxing fan. None of this happens if he doesn't happen to be a boxing fan. It's just none of us are here. Nick Khan,
yeah, we're skipping that
best
one.
in the business. The time. And it's his first ever boxing promotion. So that's who's behind what you're going to see. You know who's the best pound for pound fighter in the world? The most recent one. Bud Crawford. Apologies to the monster and Usyk. Bud Crawford has my vote for best pound for pound.
Usyk.
Who was the best pound for pound before Bud? Canelo Alvarez, universally recognized that way. But it's not just these two guys, the last two best pound for pound fighters in the world. There haven't been that many. Before Canelo, who do you have? Before Canelo, Floyd or Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather. Before, you could take the lineage back. There have only been, I don't know, 25 or 30 fighters who ever lived who you said that's the best pound for pound fighter in the world. And they're going to fight.
Thanks.
In Las Vegas on September 13th. Canelo is 62-2 with 2 draws, 62-2. So was Marvin Hagler when Sugar Ray Leonard moved up to fight him, and they produced one of the biggest spectacles in the history of boxing. This fight is a perfect storm. I could not be more excited to be a part of it. Now, guys, I'm going to ask you guys some questions, if you don't mind. But I'm going to start with you. Why are you jumping up and skipping a division? You just got to junior middleweight.
Bro,
you were given the best fight of your career at junior middleweight.
Bro.
By
Y'all don't even know.
Who gave you a tougher fight than Madrimov? Stop that. Who gave you a tougher fight than Madrimov?
Listen, if a fight, then woof.
Well, you've been beating the hell out of most guys you've ever fought. He gave you a good fight. Now you're skipping middleweight. No rehydration clause, nothing like that, to move up to fight a guy who has dominated that weight class for a decade, or weight classes for a decade. Why do it this way?
Why not? I always say, why not? You know, all the greats do things that people think that's impossible. You know, so within myself, I have the confidence, the skills. I got all the tools to beat Canelo. So why not?
Canelo. Champion May. And Mexico has produced some of the greatest champions in boxing history, including Julio Cesar Chavez, Salvador Sanchez, and on and on. If you beat Terence Crawford in this fight, or is it on the line the greatest champion in the history of Mexico? Is that on the line in this fight?
You know what? I don't know. Let's see when I retire where I'm going to be in the list. But for sure, I will beat Terence Crawford, no matter what. I don't say that. I think my numbers is going to talk when I retire.
For someone who hasn't been during that September weekend to Vegas for a Canelo fight, why should they come out for this one?
You know, it's going to be one of the greatest fighters ever, for sure. And that night is very special. All around this fight is special, and I think they don't want to miss this fight.
You spent a lot of your career early on as a counter. But recently, the last bunch of years, guys have been running from you and you've had to chase them. What are you prepared to do against Terence Crawford? How do you think he's going to fight you?
Everything. I don't know. I don't know what fight he's gonna make, but you know, I'm gonna prepare myself for every style he brings. I hope he brings a good style to make a good fight for the people. That's what I want. If not, I'm gonna do my best to win in every way.
You hear when he says make a good fight for the people, Terence, he's saying he hopes you don't run. And Turkey has move. Is that true?